Hey everybody, this is Kathy, Crowder's Mountain, North Carolina, and this is Barn Quilts by Mountain Visions. I hope y'all are having a great fall. We are. We just got a little rain Sunday, which was wonderful for us because we'd been in a drought. This is the one that we're going to do today, and you know, when I did the 1x3 a week or so ago and uploaded those, I couldn't remember what the name of this one was, and I still don't remember. I could look it up, but you really don't have to have it. But this is the one that we're going to do today. I promised during those videos that I would do this one as a 2x2, because a lot of people like to hang up a 2x2 instead of making the 1x3 porcelainer. So before I get started on this pattern, I did want to show you two other barn quilts that I've made, and also what's coming up in future videos, because I know folks have been asking for Christmas barn quilts, and so I've got those ready to video for you. But let me show you the two that I did just to have on hand. Hang on a minute. This is what most of us call Love's Blossom. It's got a couple other names like Starry Night and a lot of other names. I've told y'all that before. But this one in particular, because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'll give these to folks who I know who have breast cancer. People I know personally. But anyway, this one, I want to show you what colors I used. But the lavender around there is unimaginable purple. I could just call it lavender, but you know what I'm talking about. So the pink in this one, and I call it Blossom of Hope. The pinks represent the breast cancer, but that lavender purplish color around it is all cancer. That's the color for all cancers. And let me show you the other one that I did, and I'm going to show you the colors. Okay, let me show you these colors right quick. Then I'm going to show you the Christmas ones, and then we're going to get started on today's pattern. So I just picked 4 of the darker pinks and 4 light pinks. So you could, if you had 1 or 2 pinks, you could just mix them, make them darker and lighter, but just make sure you mix enough in case you need to go over it again, or in case, you know, you got boo-boos to correct. But here are the colors that I used. Now I used Pink Frenzy, and the lighter one was Sweet Pea. I used Pink Flutter and Pink Quartz. Then I used Hushed Rose and In the Pink. And then Positively Pink and Impatient Petal. Now that's the ones that I used. Now for these, because I know when I gift them to people, they will be hanging inside, I used, instead of buying quartz for all these, I used the exterior samples. And you know, Lowe's says they've got exterior samples now too. And I know there's a lot of controversy about whether that's real paint or not, and I would never sell one unless I used a quart or a gallon. But with these, I'm gifting them. I know they're going to stay inside, so I don't feel uncomfortable at all using those samples. And folks say they use the samples all the time and don't have any problems, but I think it's just me, my personal self. But anyway, for the border I used turquoise tint. For the border on that other one, it was unimaginable. And then I just used ultra white on my background. And instead of, because I call it a blossom of hope, I put the little round dot in the middle. I don't usually do that when I'm doing a love's blossom, but I have seen people do it, and it looks good. But that, since that was a blossom, I just thought that would look pretty in there. So, okay, let me get set up to show you this other pattern, and we'll get started. What? No, I'm going to show you those Christmas trees first and the Christmas barn quilt. Hang on. Okay, so here's the next fall one that we're going to do. And it's a 3x3, but I think for the video I'm probably going to scale it down to a 2x2 and then just give you the measurements for a 3x3. I may be able to get it in the video, but, you know, in my screen, but I don't know if I will or not. But this just looks fall to me. And this one is going to Amanda in Arkansas. So I know she's excited about getting it. Let me show you the 4 that's coming up for Christmas. Okay, here are 2 18x18s and 2 1x3s. I want to show you this snowflake. I don't know if you can see the glitter in that or not. Can you see the glitter in that blue? Not the blue, the white. And then look at the nutcracker. Look at all the glitter in his paint. Can you see it? And if you take a card and go over that, it'll make the glitter stand out that much more. But anyway, and here's a little Christmas tree wrapped in a candy cane. And then here is a 1x3. Let me get it in the frame here for you. A 1x3. So that nutcracker's 1x3. We're going to do those 4 after this one. So I guess starting in November, we'll get those 4. But anyway, let's get started on the pattern. Okay, let's get started. We're going to turn all these colors into this. So that's going to be fun. And this is a real easy pattern to draw. Honestly, it is. Once you get the grid down. Now, the booger is the grid because that is a 7 grid pattern. And you divide 7 into 24. You're going to get 3.42. So, let me show you how I did it. I Googled it and I said, show me 3.42 on a ruler. And it popped up and I saw it. And I didn't print that out, but if you look on your ruler at 3.5 and go down 1/16, that'll get you there. So you may have to play with it a little bit. Alright, so here we go. That's a 7 grid pattern. So I've already marked mine off so that you didn't have to stand there and watch me do that. Or sit there and watch me. So all we're going to do now is just connect our tick marks. And I'll speed this part up so we can get to drawing the pattern. Okay, here you go. There's your 7 blocks across and 7 up. 7 up. Makes you thirsty. Alright, so let's draw the pattern. So instead of going, now you can do it block by block. And we could do that, but I believe it'd be easier if we just drew some straight lines first. So I have to get I showed you that on that little one too. So we're just going to go to the top of our first block at the top of our board and to the right line. And then we're going to go all the way down to our last block on the bottom row and go to the right corner. So we're just going to line those up, and you see how they're crossing over these? And we're just going to draw one line, and we're going to go to the left of that first block in that bottom left-hand corner and go to the bottom left-hand corner of the last block in the bottom row. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for the other side. We're just drawing our diagonal lines now. Last block, top row, left-hand side, go to the first block at the bottom. Now, if you wanted to draw this in a 3x3 or 4x4 or even a 12-inch like I did, you're still going to have 7 blocks. So you just divide 7 into 12 or 7 into 36 or 7 into 48, and you'll get the size blocks you need. And you draw the pattern the same way. So we've got these two and these two lines. Now let's draw these. Now this is part of the grid, is part of your pattern as well. But we're going to draw that just so you can see it. Try to make that a little bit darker on the top of that pencil mark. Okay, so we've got that one. That was just a center line. Now we're going to go to the horizontal center line and do the same thing. And I'll go over the colors with you in just 1 second, because it's not going to take but a minute to finish this one. And then I'm going to knock it off for today and go up there and upload it. You know, I try my best to be consistent, and y'all know I'm not. I want to do one every week, but it just don't work that way sometimes. Okay, so now we've got this row outlined, this row outlined, and we've got our diagonal lines this way. So guess what? We have already drawn part of the pattern. See this block? And you see this box and these stars? We'll get to them in a minute, but we've already drawn this block and that block. See? See that? And then these. Now we're going to draw the white that goes around it. This. And the only thing we have to do there, let's see. Well, actually, we already had it. I don't know what I'm thinking about. We already had it. See this and this? See this one and this one? This one, this one, this and this. We already have our white. I thought we had more than that block, but I wonder if it'd help you if I wrote the name of it in here as I go. I will. So you can see how we're, and then if you can take a screenshot of that, you'll already have it. This one is, I call it jadeite. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. Let me know in the comments if this helps more than me coloring it in. Since I figured out my camera, y'all, I put it back to factory settings, and it seems like it's doing better now than the last 3 or 4 videos. I don't know why I didn't think about that before. So this one is Pale Bloom. Now that's just it's white. It's just not quite as bright white. This might help. Y'all let me know if you can read my chicken scratch. That's what the thing is going to be. I can't even read it when it gets cold. Here you go. See, that just those lines, and we had the middle of our pattern already drawn. So here's what we're going to do next. We're almost through. See this top middle one here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one over. We're just going to draw an X. And let me get my red one back. And the reason we did that is because we needed to find the center. And we're going to match it up with this center. And we're going to draw another part of the pattern. So we're going to do that all the way around. Every 4th block. And we're going to draw this part. I'll show you what I'm doing. See that X? And then we drew that. So now we have this part. See right here? That's the one we're doing. And then we're going to draw that. This is the 4th one. And going to divide that one. So now, this one is Precious Sapphire. All right. So I wrote it in that one. So I'm just going to put PS in these, okay? So I don't have to take all your time. Okay. Now, for the one on the... No, we haven't got to that. Never mind. I haven't got to that yet. All right. These are purple. The dark purple You can't see what I just pointed out. The dark, these that we just drew, this very dark purple is Lap of Luxury. And the color beside of it is Purple Prince. So I'm gonna, look here, I'm tearing this all to pieces. Y'all gonna have a time trying to, I'll put the hook on the back of it because I've already had that one hanging up outside. All right, the darker one is Lap of Luxury. And this one is Purple Prince. All right, so Lap of Luxury and Purple Prince. One on, so it's always going to be the one on the right is the Lap of Luxury. And Purple Prince is on the left. See? Right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, now we're almost finished, I promise. So now we need to draw what goes in here. And that's going to be easy too, because all we're going to do is lay our ruler y'all get them spam calls all day. I need to turn it off. But y'all, my kids figured it a long time ago, I don't have just mother love, I have smother love. And they just go along with it. And I'm so glad. And they taught the grandkids that too. So I'm afraid one of them might sneeze and I won't know it. So I have to leave the phone on. Raise your hand if y'all like that too. All right. So now we've lined that up. See how we're crisscrossing, we're going from corner to corner. And we're trying to make sure we stay in the center. So we don't draw in that top block, but we're going to draw a line all the way through. Whoops, stop right there. Right here. We're not going into the center. Whoop, and stop right there. All right, let's do it again. We're going to lay it from corner to corner. Now we're not going to draw a line in the square, but we're going up to the top, leaving that top left-hand corner blank and the bottom left-hand blank. We're just going across. Now, these, so you don't get messed up when you take a screenshot. Y'all stop and take a screenshot anytime so you can have step by step, or you can just have the whole thing all at one time. Okay, so these two blocks are these two. So the lighter blue is the precious sapphire. And the darker blue is indigo cloth. Now, these are the colors that I used. If you wanted to make this into Christmas colors, it would just be so pretty. Or you don't have precious sapphire and indigo cloth, just get a dark and a light blue, just not too much lighter. Alright, so these here are the same thing. So we're just going to cut precious sapphire and indigo cloth. Here we go again. And the precious sapphire is always on the right. And here we are again. See how that, should have probably done this and it would have helped. Because that was part of our grid. And I was looking at that instead of drawing it off for you. But this will help. It just kind of helps you see it where it's at. See that? It just kind of helps you see where your blocks are. After you do it a couple times, it won't matter. You see what I'm doing? So a lot of times your grid is part of your pattern. All right, now we need these two. See these two? And that is Autumn Blaze is on the left. And I'm going to write this one out. In a minute I'll tell you what the brand name is. I forgot to tell you that. And this one's Orange Slice. Autumn Blaze and Orange Slice. Okay. Now, you know what? All we gotta do now is just add this green here. So you have 8 green blocks. And it's the same color. I use the same color. You could use something different, but I like that. I like carrying, kind of bringing all the colors together by using the same green. So all we have to do there, okay, go up to your middle blocks here. And we're just going to draw a diagonal line on that 3rd block. And there you go. And that's jadeite. Jadeite. Alright, we're going to go beside of that block. And then down here at the bottom, beside of these. And on the other side. And then on the sides of these. You're just going to go out from the top, down. See how most of the pattern is drawn with your grid. So you'll just get rid of that. That's a grid line, and you'll just get rid of it when you're painting. But just go from the top and just go down. And that outlines your block for you. See, that's this color, this jadeite. Alright, and then I'll lay these out again. But now, for my background, because I wanted it to be kind of fall, but I didn't want to take away from my pattern, I used a cream color. It's called Desert Fortress. And that's just what I used. And I'll write that here. But if you've got a beige or something like that, that would work too. And see, that'll be all this background will be that Desert Fortress. And we're done. Now, let me lay these colors out. Joyful Orange is Glidden, and Jadeite is Bear. Lap of Luxury is Bear. Purple Prince is Valspar. Indigo Cloth is Valspar. And Precious Sapphire is Valspar. Autumn Blaze is Sherwin-Williams. And Orange Slice is Valspar. Pale Bloom is Valspar. And Desert Fortress is Valspar. So if you wanted to take a screenshot of that, go ahead and do that. Can I get you closer to it? There you go. Take you a screenshot of that. And then let you take a screenshot of this pattern. Did I get it all in there? There you go. There you go. Take the screenshot of that and take your screenshot of that. Now, I'm going to cut it off and I'm going to go edit this film and I'm going to go load it up for you. And I hope this was helpful and I hope you enjoyed painting it. And let me know if, like I always say, if there's anything that I didn't do that I could have done better, let me know that. And so I always try to make sure, I want y'all to have a good time while we're painting too. And while we're drawing out our patterns. So I will see you all in the next video, which will be that big blazing star. And I promise I'll find out the name of it before I get to it, okay? It'll be next. And then we're going to do our 4 Christmas ones. Talk to y'all later. Happy painting.